I, I thought you said you were. I thought you said you were shy.
I
That's just like me saying I'm shy. Then I'm not, but I really am. But
am.
today's episode of Moke and Friends. Welcome to Moke and Friends. I have Miss Nette with me, but this is also your podcast too.
Yes, this is Miss Nette. The point is, go hard or go home.
How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Oh, I
Are
think I'm.
are you?
Let's
are,
see here.
are you in New York?
No, I'm in Atlanta now.
You're
hmm
in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. My brother and my dad live up there.
Um, that's my thing there. I lived in New York my whole life.
How
Never,
was that?
I never liked it.
Wha- Why?
New York is too damn busy. Too many people.
But I bet the city looks nice though.
You know, hmm, I've never been a tourist there at all, right?
Mhm.
My son got married and he did it at the edge. It's a location, I think it's downtown Manhattan. Don't get me wrong. Been there all my life. But it's at 30 Hudson Yard.
Uh,
It was fantastic. You hear me? It was fantastic.
is,
Um,
is that is that what made you move there
what to
to New York? Or
no,
you said the wedding was in New York?
yes. So remember, I went to New York for like 3 months. I had been away for a while,
Uh,
and when I went back to visit, it became extended. I ended
yeah.
up in New York City for like 2 months, and then I went to Buffalo for a month.
How's Buffalo?
Um, Not my cup of tea, but
Yeah.
it's too damn cold. It's just too cold for me.
Mm.
Um, my thing again was it's nice to visit New York City and Buffalo, but
Yeah.
to actually, my kids are like, oh, you moving back?
Yeah.
I'm that's not, I'm not going to do that. Not at all.
Now let me ask you something. When we were talking earlier, we were talking about when we were in that little think tank and we started the whole podcast thing. What actually made you start podcasting? Like, what gave you the idea?
Well, I think it was more or less the way I've seen things roll in this country and how things are moving with social issues and stuff like that, how the country is set, like it's set in stone.
Yeah.
You know? People need to understand that you don't always have to go by what society or the world is giving you.
Mm.
People need to learn how to make their own decisions, and too many people just follow along whatever the government say,
Right.
they do. And for people like us with the kind of skin we live in, this country haven't always been so nice to us.
Right. True.
So I think I came with like, I had something to say,
Mm.
really let people know, be you, you know, um, don't fall for the trickery
Yeah.
and the smoke screens. I think I was talking to somebody, they make it out so pretty in this country. They put it in a box, they put pretty wrapping paper on it with a bow, and they tell you to stay in there. No, you got to bust out that damn box.
Yeah.
Do you? That's it. I really have something to say. And then, again, because of my background, my West Indian background, these women in America are off the chain.
So you're not born. You're not born in.
I'm the only one of the siblings born here.
Mm.
It's three of us.
Did you ever live in the islands though?
Never even visit. Only place I went to was Jamaica.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So
Well,
that's definitely on my
you're
bucket
not
list.
missing much in St. Croix.
I would still like to see where
Yeah,
my
it's nice, but if you've been, I think if you've been to Jamaica, Jamaica's probably better.
well, you know what? It was an experience. Jamaica was an experience.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Unbelievable the poverty that's there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness they could live off the land.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They could live off the land.
Yeah.
So
That's how the islands is.
that's how a lot of Jamaicans survive.
Right.
The thing about people from Jamaica, it's about getting to the States, the new country.
Yeah.
When I heard that term, I'm like, new country? What the fuck is this new country at?
But I mean, like I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and we was talking about like all the stuff that's going on in Colombia and shit. And as much as bullshit as America is, man, like I be like, I'm kind of grateful.
You got a damn good point.
Yeah.
How people move in America.
Right.
People with our, with the skin that we live in. It's how they move. I can even go as far as, the culture is just. I grew up on rap music. I was in the Park Champs, honey. LL Cool J, Jam Master J, all of them.
Wait, you were like in the park with them?
Yeah. New York City. Yep. Ajax, Baisley, 40 Projects. Absolutely.
Wait, time out. Earlier today, when I was talking to you, you were like, I don't know a lot about music and all that. Nigga, what are you talking about? You talking about 40 projects and all this shit? Like, nigga, like, come on. Like, I'm 34. You know what I'm saying? I was born in '86, so I'm kind of hip to the gold. Like, I am a part of the golden age of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk music, I prefer to talk the golden age of hip hop. You know what I mean? I don't care about a lot of the new shit.
It was fierce when it hit the streets. You hear me?
Wait. Okay, now we can't play with this. We can't play with this. So I'm gonna need you. The funny thing is, I just for my mom watching. I'm actually drinking water this episode. I'm not even drinking no alcohol. So I'm hyped. Now I'm hyped now. So now I'm gonna need you to walk us through because you just can't say, oh yeah, Jam Master J, LL Cool J in the park and just nah, nigga, like you, this is big because I get into that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just like I envy those people who were like living like was coherent to life in like the 80s. Because I wasn't coherent to life in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So I really envy that.
It was the best. I can remember, begging my mom, please. And okay, but you better be in my house at 11:59. And walked and started jamming and whatnot,
Yeah.
And I would go with my sister, honey, I got what I could get out of it, and my ass was out. I was in that woman's house.
Well, of course.
Not my sister though. She had to be.
Was your sister? Was your older sister?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we did that. The music that came, the lyrics, the poetry. It was so uplifting. It was about the movement. and doing better. This shit they got now.
Yeah. I
I don't
know.
even listen to it. That's why I was telling you I'm not really into the music because what they're doing with our culture of music.
But look, let me say this. Just because I feel like I play both sides, but I feel that the culture of music is the kids now. You know what I mean? Like that's their thing. You
Absolutely.
know, and so I don't want to necessarily say them, but I kind of can say them because a lot of the people who control music are like white people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
But I still think even if like we were in control, there would still be some type of weird shift because the shift is weird
This shit.
because when it first started shifting, everybody was like, "Yo, this is crazy." But now you kind of pick and choose, you know,
Mm.
who you want to listen to. But
It,
I just but do you still currently listen to rap music? It doesn't have to be like the new stuff, like just period.
um, I'm on R&B. Some of the old rap, if I hear it, I'm like, absolutely, I can get a popping with it. I can get a
Yeah.
popping with it. Love it. The real raw hip hop that I know gave
Mhm.
a message, and they
Right.
had beat. We could rock the park on it. That park be jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I still love it. So, I mean, I can name a few from back in the day. I remember LL Cool J when he was a bone.
Oh, and skinny?
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
be up there on that stage, but he could. He was fierce.
Yeah.
He was fierce. He always had that Kango hat on. Mm,
Hmm.
yeah, he's good. Jam Master, all of them, all of them.
So like so living in that era, did you think life would always be that?
I knew that rap music would live. I didn't know how it would, because I could remember them saying, "Oh, it's just a fad. Oh, it's just a fad. It's gonna go away."
Yeah.
I knew it was not ever gonna go away
Right.
because they gave a message of hope
Right. Yeah.
to a whole culture of people. Even my mom. Oh my God, what's the Sugar Hill Gang?
Hmm.
Even my mom was into that. We had
Yeah.
in our house to that. So I knew it was not going to go anywhere, but I never knew that it would turn so left.
Hmm.
You know, it was not as dirty as they got it now. As far as I can remember, the era in the '90s when it changed. Everybody's talking about the bitch, the hoe, the slut,
Yeah.
the crack, the this. I'm like, it was nada. It was so unpleasant to hear. My kids, came up on dirty rap.
See, I
And
love dirty rap though.
I'm not mad at it. Don't get me wrong. I had to censor them because, I like Cardi B. Don't get me wrong. Ooh, she wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. But no, I wouldn't want my 12-year-old niece or nephew. No.
Right. Yeah.
And in today's society and culture, these kids are listening to that.
Right. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Whether you know it or not.
they're listening to it.
Yeah.
And then when you think about it, some of them wants to portray and act out that stuff Cardi B is doing or singing.
Right.
And that's just entertainment, but kids don't know that.
Right. And so
So,
yeah, and that's I think that's the difference in the era because
mhm.
like a lot of the rappers, new ones in this era, they like face tattoos and the whatever. And like when I was growing up, it was cool to be like the drug dealer rapper, you know what I'm saying? Or the
Oh,
guy who had the
50
money and
Cent,
shit.
And
yeah. But I mean, but it wasn't like we weren't flashing guns and doing all this, crazy stuff.
that started in the 90s. Ja Rule, he grew up on the block that I lived on.
Uh-huh.
His grandparents owned a house like diagonal across the street from me. I didn't even know until my boys told me. But it was just too much. And in New York City, I raised two sons, and it was hard as hell to keep them off.
Was it a single mom?
Yes, absolutely. But I'm grateful to my parents. God bless them.
Oh yeah, God bless the parents.
So I almost hesitated because I was going to say no because my parents didn't let me feel like
right. But on paper,
on paper I was their father.
No, but what I'm saying, like on paper, like, come on, man, like on paper, like if you're a single mom, like of course you're gonna do the single mom and the dad duties, but on paper, like if there was somebody there or not, that's what.
Well, we was married at one time.
Right, but
paper.
Figuratively speaking. Figuratively speaking.
I'm giving up my age right now.
You see, my bad, man.
Don't do that shit to me. Don't do that shit.
My bad. Figuratively speaking.
Hey, my oldest son is older than you.
Oh wow. Wow, that's cool, right?
Hell yeah. When I stand next to him, I look like his sister.
See, hey, one thing I said when I was living in the Virgin Islands, because I always feel like black doesn't crack, but I always felt like the island women look younger for a long time, and their skin be really good. The water's really good out there, you know what I'm saying? But you have that blood. You said that they think you're his sister, and I can see that because island women age very slow. It's a gift.
It's damn sure a gift. That's why I say I am ageless. Yeah, but the dad he was there in and out, but how men are, I'm gonna always love him because he gave me two beautiful sons.
Wait, you can't say how men are.
Well, back then,
I've seen women do the same.
Listen, I understand, but in my era, it was more, because again, the music.
No, I think you like my dad did too. So I mean, like I get it.
But I've seen, it's more now up in the later 2000s. You hear about single dads and their struggles and stuff like that, and I take my hat off to them. I really do. Especially if they don't have any family to help them. I had family. I had a whole community. The block I raised my kids on, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But see, yeah, that's a lot different. I went to I stayed in Philadelphia in the summer of 2003, and I remember just being so amazed on just like how the blocks were like communities.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy, and I was like, I could spend every Saturday just outside on a Philadelphia block.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how Texas was back in the day when I was a kid, but now it's just everything just goes
it ain't like that no more.
Well, yeah.
In New York, I went back and I did a live video, showing the house that I grew up in and everything. It's only two original families left on the block, and everybody else is new.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to give away my age. I spent at least 42 years on the block. I was raised in a home that I raised my sons in.
Okay.
So I brought the second generation, so everybody knew me, so they knew my boy.
Yeah.
So they looked out for them.
Yeah.
So up until they became teenagers is when, you see the community start falling apart as far as the cohesiveness of the block. But when it was very young, no, it's community. Yeah, not no more.
So I wanna I just wanna see where this conversation goes. Earlier you said religions. Are you a religious person?
I grew up religious. Very.
Uh-oh. So what does that mean?
Because, you know, people from the West Indies, you going to church.
Yeah.
You're going to learn your passage. You're going to learn certain things out of the Bible. Yeah, my parents, raised us up religious. As I'm going to say, I'm going to say my mid 30s, early 40s, I realized that something wasn't right.
What do you mean?
In the church,
Okay.
it was more or less it wasn't what it professed to be as a kid. When you're a kid, you see it different. It is more welcoming as a kid. Right. But as you became an adult, it's known that women go to church to meet a man.
vice versa sometimes.
Absolutely. That was considered a meeting place. So if you were, new in the church, or you grew up in the church, and once you became a young adult, the older women is like, look at him. What she got on? That dress too short.
Yeah.
They wasn't embracing. They didn't embrace you.
Yeah.
Not at all. And I struggled with that for a long time. I really struggled with the church for a long time until I had a 10-year period with my medical issues. And I really struggled with it then. And I'm like, hold up. Wait a minute, something wrong here. You couldn't find no solitude. There was no love to me in the church. It wasn't there. They didn't embrace, you struggled on your own.
Yeah.
And I had to look at it totally different. So, yeah, it took me to the point where I'm running behind doctors and this and that, and I wasn't getting nothing from that shit either.
Yeah.
With my issues. Yeah, I had to revert back to what I knew, but outside of church. And that was the spirit. That spirituality is what really, got me centered in here now.
So let me ask you this. So I assume that you are spiritual. You believe in God.
I believe.
You what?
I believe in the Most High, honey.
Okay. Do you believe in Jesus?
Yes, but not the Jesus that they showed me.
The one off of Good Times? Black Jesus? So
absolutely.
So let me ask you this. So what do you think? And I'm just because I like talking about religion, you know what I'm saying? And this may make you mad at me. I don't know. But because I just want to ask questions. But what do you think happens when we die?
That's a damn good question, honey.
Because here's my theory. Here's my theory on the church version of stuff. And this is kind of half.
Out of it.
But see, I was raised Christian. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just some atheist. Like I don't even think I'm an atheist. You know what I'm saying? But when people say, let's just assume everybody does good. And so everybody goes to heaven if that's how the thing works. And so everybody goes to heaven, and we
Go ahead.
So no. I when I said what happens when you die, one of my friends just said like you release your vows when you die, and so that made me laugh. but So okay, so if I'm gonna reunite with my family when I die, what about those people who have like secret families that
Have
people
what?
never know about? Secret
Oh,
families, secret
okay.
kids. Like, are all these motherfuckers gonna come up in heaven and meet?
I'm just gonna give my opinion because what they taught me, if you don't do this, you going to hell.
Right.
No. Thank God for God. I believe that our spirit, our soul is recycled. And
Okay.
I believe that, we live more than one life.
Oh my goodness, you're on my thought process. I thought we was gonna be arguing, but I seem like we're agreeing.
I really believe we are all spirits in passing. I believe I could talk to somebody. I'm like, I met them before. I know them.
Yeah.
And it not in this lifetime, but I believe in another lifetime.
Right.
And I do believe sometimes we have to go and at some point when you get this shit right, then you get to go to heaven, or then you get to go and relax, or even it's different levels.
Yeah.
If you achieve your most like dreams and goals in life, I think okay, you may not have to come back for a while.
Right.
If they, I feel the creator says, well, I know that this spirit has, this burning in their soul, and I need them to tackle this particular situation that's going on. I gotta send them back in.
But here's the thing though. Like I understand that, but I think I don't. For me, you know what I'm saying, and there's nothing wrong with what you said,
Ah,
but I can't see the creator saying that just because this shit that's going on is just shit that we're creating that we think is fulfilling. You don't think so? Like the like somebody doing good for fucking, I don't know, China or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that getting the creator's eyes because the creator is outside the box? So I feel like here's one of my other theories, because I went through a phase during COVID where I did a lot of acid and mushrooms, and I met my higher self. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it was just like my trip. I mean, obviously it was just my trip, but I feel that we're just living the human experience. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of feel like we are higher than what we are. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
We may be deities, but when we die, it's almost like I feel like it could be like taking off a VR or a video game or something. And I chose to be DJ and live this black ass life, and maybe next to it I choose to be like an animal. I don't know. That's just one of my theories. But another one of my theories is I feel we're all energy,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I haven't really thought this out all the way, but at some point, like me, like my daughter passed away, and I don't feel like I will ever see her again. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like our energy will reunite
Okay.
some type of way just because
Absolutely.
she's my offspring. You know what I'm saying?
I,
But
mm-hmm.
but our me and you, our energy may never come across each other just because we don't come from the same energy. You
Right.
know?
I hear that. Also, I believe that that the spirit that we're meant to meet certain people in life.
Right. Right.
I don't know if we'll meet them again, but we're meant to meet certain people for a particular reason. It could be anything, you know. One you could say a whole sentence to me, and it might change my whole life.
Yeah.
So that might be your purpose in us meeting, you know. And I think again, like you said, our energy is
Yeah.
that's real because I think we can project our energy out. As far as if you got positive energy, that's what's going to come to you.
Right.
Positive energy. But if you got a lot of negativity around you, negative energy, that's what you're going to crumble down into. And
Right.
that's where you have your lower self, your middle self, and the higher self.
Okay.
So with all of those cells, which one are you going to, land on? Again, I think we all are meant to meet certain people at a certain time in their life.
All right.
We can meet, passing in the street, and have a whole conversation. And we could have met for me to interrupt your day to have that conversation, maybe to save your life.
Yeah, I think about that all the time. I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely, I could agree with that
And
because
go ahead.
go ahead. No, you go.
I was gonna say also, like, you can project your energy out if somebody's going through something, especially when you spiritually connected.
Yeah.
And self and God.
Right.
Not the God they was teaching us about.
Yeah.
But when you have that complete connection, your energy can burst out. I'm going to say this because we talking about life and death. I can remember in 2018, it was March 3rd, my mother passed. And she came to me in my sleep. And all I could hear her saying was, I have to tell my children goodbye. And she's like, Annette, I gotta go now. I woke up crying.
Yeah.
I was in California at the time. And in one of the like physical therapy places trying to get my mobility back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was crying the whole day. From pain. I was in so much pain. And finally, I went to pay some bills. And I contacted my niece. And she told me my mom had passed that morning. And I'm like, that was my mom. She came to say goodbye. So I do believe that spirit, our soul, is released. And where we go, only God knows. Nobody has ever come back to tell us.
Right. Now, another thing, just so I don't forget. Now, whenever I hear people who talk about being on the verge of dying, or maybe they have died and came back or something, you know what I'm saying, by the little EKGs or whatever the shit is called. But and they always say that they feel at peace. You know what I'm saying? So I thought to myself, what if life is actually just purgatory and life starts when you really die, right. but the issue is your life doesn't start properly if you kill yourself.
That I think that comes from what we're taught in religion. Okay. That it's a sin to kill yourself. It was always taught that. You don't know what anybody is going through and what pain they felt. Let me tell you something. Miss Nette came close. Wanted to go. Wanted to check the fuck out.
Yeah.
The physical being, your physical body can take with so much pain. Your emotional self can take with so much pain. The spiritual side cannot be at a weak point. All that combination, you could want to check out. I think only because religion has taught us that taking our life is a sin. But we don't know what anyone pain is. So, like I said, I can't close. This motherfucker.
So if we don't know what the pain is, and pain can only take so much, so then what does it mean when God won't give you more than what you can handle? Then
again, not everybody. I don't think is born with a burning in their soul.
With the what?
Everybody has. I got it. Everybody got it because yeah. I can remember being on the operating table and they was asking, the doctors was talking. I could hear them saying, "And she's still alive."
Well, so if you remember that vividly,
Absolutely.
so what was going through your mind when that was happening? Then
I'm like, what the fuck they mean? I'm still yeah. I'm still fucking here. I heard it. They was having this conversation. I went down on my job,
right,
and I went down August 31st, 2010. When I came to, it was September 2nd.
Wait, what?
But now, during that time,
wait, you said what to what?
I went when I got sick, when I had my first surgery.
Oh, nigga, I thought you meant you was in a coma for that long.
No, they eventually had to put me in a induced coma. But I was screaming for dear life for about a good 40 fucking hours.
Wait, on the under, you were under.
No, I was still they was trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong.
But you were unconscious.
I was screaming for about 40 hours.
Wait, okay, were you screaming in your body or out loud?
I'm talking to you right now.
Oh, okay, man. I thought you were talking about you woke up during surgery.
Only reason I remember is because my sister, she told me every time she called the hospital, to find out what was going on with me. All she could hear was me screaming. She said I was screaming so bad it brought her to the hospital.
And you don't know why you were screaming?
They couldn't figure out what it was. I had some stomach pain. It was a bowel obstruction.
So you were in pain.
I was in fucking pain.
Oh, I thought you meant you was just randomly screaming and did not know why you were screaming.
I was fucking pain. That pain should have killed my ass. That's how it was. But and they didn't figure out what to do until like 40 hours in, me screaming. They didn't give me no pain medication. They left me screaming for hours. And then when they did take me to the OR, when they finally figured out they had to, what they had to do to correct what was going on, they cut me. And when they opened me up, the motherfucker was like, "What? Is she still alive?"
Wow.
I'm like, "What the fuck y'all talking about?" It took a while, I guess, for me to go under, and then from my understanding, they finally put me in a induced coma, medical induced coma, and I came to with September 2nd, and my whole family was sitting around me.
So how long were you out? How many days?
It was definitely 3 full days before I knew what was going on. I've always said it was definitely worse than labor. With labor, something's getting ready to come.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pregnant. I know what the fuck that shit. It was messed up. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, we all waiting in line to leave here because that's a sure factor. We gotta go. How we go, nobody knows.
Right.
And I guess it wasn't my time. I guess with all the shit because I had 3 of them fucking bowel obstructions, afterwards, and it was 3 altogether.
Yeah.
And when they explained to me, that they called it luck. They said I should have been dead from what they seen inside me. I'm like, hey, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know God, I know.
Wow.
Yeah. I've been through quite a bit. So like I can laugh about it a little bit now. When you see
Right, yeah.
if I'm joking a lot, because it took a long time for me to get a smile on my face.
No, I definitely feel you because in my depression moments or
Been there that
my old suicidal moments, like it's weird, but now I kind of I almost cracked a joke earlier, but I was like that would probably be very uncomfortable, so I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I
honey, please. Nothing makes me uncomfortable. I promise.
no, well, I mean, just for people watching, because because there was this one point where I wanted to hang myself, and I was just gonna make a joke about it, but it's not funny to everybody. You
You
know
know
what I'm
what?
saying?
That doesn't matter. If you can laugh about it today, honey, you here. So why? I mean, I don't take on what other people feel about me or think about with me or what I say.
Right.
If it makes you uncomfortable, check yourself. What's going on with you?
Mm.
What is going on with you? I've learned that a long time ago. I mean, like I said, I love everybody.
You know what? I made a topic that I might not like you, but I still love you. That's you, right? You.
Absolutely. You know, where we don't get to pick our family.
Right.
I love them, but I ain't gotta like them.
True.
I could respect them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't be upset with me because I can speak my mind.
Right.
Mm-mm. My truth is my goddamn truth. You ain't walked in these shoes. You ain't living this skin. So yeah, if I can laugh at myself, if you can't, check yourself. If I'm sorry, I'm the kind of person I would definitely say what's on my mind. In certain situations, no, I'm ready.
Right. Right.
But on the most part, I'm not holding. No, I'm not holding it. This chick been through a lot. I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let nobody dictate how I feel and what I say, because what you say don't bother me. I don't care.
Right.
I really don't. I can remember one time when I had that 10-year period. People was like, "Oh my God, so skinny. Oh my God, what the hell?" It kind of bothered me. But I knew my issue.
Mm-hmm.
But see how God works.
You know another theory I had? What if there's like no God and life is really about the planets and we are just germs on the planets? Like for real.
Fucking
Like what if we're germs and if you get a telescope and look in our skin, then you
you
see
see
all these other germs
right.
and they're probably living their best fucking life, you know what I'm
Or
saying? Then you look at it and it's just everything just is an infinite cycle.
Possibility, because if you do take that, telescope, microscope, and look, we got things crawling on it.
Yeah.
It could be that we're just one big germ of, one big organism. That's it.
Yeah.
And if it's no God, as my son said, and I am going to repeat what he said to his mama. I'm blowing you up, Randy. You could be praying to a dog, Mom.
You could.
But I said, you know what? I want to pray to him because right now I'm having some fucking difficulties. I need to pray to that damn dog.
Yeah, because I don't think when people think of God, I don't think God is anything our mind can fathom because it's the Alpha and the Omega. So I think God, if we think God, it would be scary because he probably looks like every single thing that exists. And you can't even think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
not only that, again, you can have 10 people in the room looking at this particular picture. Everybody's gonna see something different.
Right.
And that's how, I've had to take on how I see God, not how somebody else was telling me to see God.
Right.
Yeah. Because what they was telling me wasn't working for me.
So the God you see, is he a man or a woman?
He's a spiritual being.
Right. Right. So, also,
I don't see a sex. I really don't. Mm-mm.
what if God was? I was gonna say what if God was transgender, but no.
You know what? You know what? The way what if I don't know the term to it when you're born with both organs.
Hermaphrodite.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I would think. God would either be a woman or God would be just everything. He'd be both.
Like you said. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We don't know.
But then I'm like, if God is both, then and it's just a lot of stuff. Like, does God eat? Does he use the bathroom? Does he sleep? You know what I'm saying? I always think about that.
You know what? I call this the skin that we're in, this is just a human suit.
Mm.
This is a jacket.
I like that.
We're in a suit. Unfortunately, some people think they got to try on every motherfucking suit.
Boy.
And I just had to throw that out there. But I do believe we're wearing just a human suit to be able to exist here in this time, in this moment in time. So,
like exist here on this earth or exist in the universe?
No, while we're on Earth.
What about the universe? What about people going into space and stuff?
Because I'm a true believer. When people see only the world, they limit themselves.
Right.
I'm a person that, I had to go to the universe to be sitting here smiling and joking.
Me too. The
universe. I couldn't do this, what I'm doing now, from just the world. The world said, we're going to put you in this pretty box and put a bow on it.
Yeah.
I said, wait a minute. Because in that box, y'all bitches was trying to kill a sister. They were trying to kill me. So really, my energy and everything that I'm feeling, I had to reach beyond this world. I know I can touch the universe. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Some people would never understand that. And I think that's because they want to limit themselves to the worldly things.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not saying you're not supposed to have it. No, I don't. You're supposed to have the best in life. Absolutely. But you don't sell your fucking soul for it.
Yeah. But why? But what if, like you said, what if we're just energy? If we're energy, why can't I sell my soul?
Well, listen, to each his own. I'm not going to knock you. I'm not going to knock you.
No, I'm not telling my soul.
No. Listen, again, if you're in a female suit, carry yourself as a lady. Always. Don't let people dictate how you're supposed to carry yourself. But if you're in a female suit, because we give life, you couldn't not one man gave birth, and they're still trying to figure that out. We give birth to men and women. We have a responsibility to uphold ourselves in a certain level in life. You're looking at the world. It's not about the world. It's about the universe. What kind of energy are you pulling towards you? I'm like, some women need to come back down and sit down. It's this big thing with the relationship experts. A lot of women. Even that incident with somebody, the best friend end up getting engaged to her best friend's husband. I don't know people's names because I don't keep up with them like that. That's worldly behavior. Don't get me wrong, because that shit happened to me too. Best friend sitting right there. You know, because I was gonna say something smart, but I'm gonna say that shit because where I come from. See, she was an American girl.
Mm.
God bless my aunt. She told me a long time ago. Because I used to call this girl my best friend, my best friend, my best friend. She said to me one thing. She said, your best friend is between your legs.
In between your what?
Your legs.
Okay.
I was like, I didn't understand. And as I got older, it was definitely put into context for me. I have female friends. My best friend, she's 81 years old. My last best friend that's alive.
Yeah.
She's 81 years old. But as far as women getting real close to me, because of my experience that I had with a best friend.
Yeah.
No. I got a best friend.
Jesus.
Yeah. Because I call his name every time somebody will fuck with that shit.
So you're not friends with a lot of female friends? With a lot of females?
No. Because I'm not into a lot of things that these women are into. You know what I'm saying? I did the whole hanging out when I was your age.
Yeah.
I was still going to a club and still rock. But I don't have to be there every weekend. I don't believe in how I can look sexy all day long with my clothes on. Straight up. So and believe it or not, I was scandalous compared my girlfriend, God bless her. You wearing that, but it wasn't naked.
Yeah.
Sexy. So I was like really like, wow, you wearing that? Yeah. Because I didn't have my boobs hanging out, I didn't have my ass hanging out. It was classy. And I don't see too much classy.
I mean, you're in Georgia.
Well,
It's kind of,
yeah.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love Georgia peaches, but I'm just saying that it's kind of,
honey. That's me. And then, Moke, on top of that, the women that I've been seeing down here in Georgia perpetrating goddamn fraud.
What they men?
You got a lot of that. You got a lot of that. I don't have nothing against,
Right. But that's just what it is.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, as far as I'm talking about women, born female, perpetrating a fraud.
What would you mean?
Honey, not every woman has a fucking hourglass shape, bitch.
Oh, yeah. They're going to Dr. Miami, or they're going to the DR. They're going somewhere.
You know what? They came up with something better than that shit for these sisters. No, because I peeked it the other day when I went in the store. I mean, pow, pow, pow. I used to have one. I used to have a nice shape like that naturally. Absolutely. Yeah. It was mine. But I knew I didn't want to get up there in age and carry all around. That shit hurt.
Right. Yeah.
So what I peeked is they have these like body suits with a butt, hips, tits. I was like, yeah.
What?
I'm blowing up their fucking spot.
But that's that's misleading to the point where you just can't even
perpetrating a fraud. And I mean, I can walk down the street. If I go in the mall to shop or something like that, every woman is walking around with this perfect hourglass shape. It's padded. They're wearing a piece. I see it more like down here. I didn't see it that much in New York when I was there, but I see
Right.
it down here.
Yeah. It's definitely
Every woman don't have a perfect hourglass shape,
right.
but you can purchase it.
I guess whatever floats your boat.
Unfortunately, you attract a man through his eyes.
Yeah.
And when he finds out,
That nigga gonna be mad.
what? Yo, I'm mad for him. Mad for him. What? I am mad for him. I promise you.
I didn't know that it was like that. And I mean, and I try not to speak too much on a lot of women topic. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to play it safe. I try to play it safe, but I did not know about this body armor.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's I mean, it's impressive with the confidence it takes to wear that. You know what I'm saying? And what's even more impressive is if you take somebody home with that, like for real, because that you have to be confident at a level where you.
Their intentions are to just take them home, because you ain't gonna keep a motherfucker like that.
Right? Yeah, like if I meet a girl with body armor, and we go home, and like we're already at that point. Yes, I'm going to be upset. Will I smash still? Yes. Will I call her back? Probably not. No, be real. Just be real.
I mean, for real. That's what's really going on. And it's sad that women have to, perpetrate a fraud like that, because society and the world tells them what to do, how to move, how to look in public. No. It's a shame. Women need to be more confident in what they have. The easy way out, no. See, they stopped doing all the body sculpture because of the backflashes from it. They having some problems, like putting all that stuff in their backside and then end up being concrete. So somebody came with this body armor. Yeah, but just imagine. I'm mad for the men.
But look at this though. Okay, so women like it's I don't know, it's weird because that's I guess acceptable. You know what I'm saying? I mean obviously because it's on sale, but you said women have to have more confidence. But I also think it should be more fair too, because if you see a chubby girl, she's a BBW, she's a big bone, beautiful girl. But if you see a chubby dude, the nigga's just fat. You know what I'm saying? and so when I say if you see a nigga walk around in some body armor, like you're probably gonna call the cops on this fool. You know what I'm saying? And so I just feel like that I agree with I think everybody just kind of needs confidence all the way around, but I just think everybody I miss the 90s because I felt like the 90s was the times where you can be yourself. You know what I mean? When you can wear whatever. Now everybody just tries to look the same.
Right. That's what I'm getting at. That's the whole thing. Everybody's trying to look the same. So what is happening is they're ushering in what they want in society, in the world. It's going to be that nobody's going to have an identity.
Right. Very true. And that is why people like us need to keep doing podcasts and shit.
You're right. You're absolutely right. That's why I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Women really need to, step it. They need to step it up and stop playing. They have this big problem with, finding relationships. You wonder why. If you stop trying on earth suits, you know,
But see, I just it's a different era. It's a
yeah,
different era because the era of y'all growing up, you know what I'm saying, versus now, it's weird. It's a weird era.
why? Because again, what happened was, and is still happening, is that you have children having children
Right.
and want to be their friend.
Hmm.
I could be friendly with my oldest one is 36. Me and him very friendly, but
Yeah.
I'm your mother. I'm your mother.
Yeah.
I'm your mother. You know, and we have to separate that.
Hmm.
You know, my boys, they know. And the one thing, you know, when they was growing up, you see how I'm talking to you, they
Yeah.
they didn't get the American language from me.
Okay.
Mm-mm. I broke it down, broken Spanish, English, and French on them.
Yeah.
It was, you know, I had to have authority in my voice again because they dad was whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So I had to have that authority in my voice, and it was, you know, in New York, you know, either I save them or the streets was gonna get them.
Hmm.
So women need to really, you know, it's not easy raising children. It's for a child to have a child, and once a child have a child, she thinks she's a woman.
Right. Right.
Don't work like that. Don't work like that.
Man,
And
that's deep. No,
because it don't,
yeah, I know. No.
you know, and in this country, you know, they make it seem like she's a woman. Bitch, you don't know. It's more than being a woman than giving birth.
Yeah.
So much more. You know, I'm glad I came up in a different era and I could still look like I came up in yours.
Yeah. Wait, but my era isn't the crazy era though.
No.
I mean, it's at the. Oh, I'm 34, so I mean, I think
Y'all 34, y'all just escaped it.
yeah.
Because I have a 29-year-old also.
Okay.
My kids are
But see,
7.
I think they're still good too. I think once you're like
It,
25 and down, it's
I think when you're in a different decade, from the 80s to the 90s, it changed.
there you go. True.
It changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Changed a lot. Yeah, I can
Well.
remember my oldest one, man. He had this little girl he was messing around with. He didn't come to me. He went to his grandmother and said, "Grandma, she's pregnant." He was 17.
Yeah.
Because I always said, "There ain't fucking no teenage father around here."
Yeah.
You know, because it wouldn't have been his responsibility, it would have been mine.
Right.
And this little girl, they were just hanging. He took her to mama and said, "Yeah, grandma, she pregnant." My mother felt her stomach. Ain't no baby in there. Ain't no baby in there. So lo and behold, the little girl wasn't pregnant. It got back to me. And I told my son, I said, "You keep hanging around that girl, she gonna give you what you're asking for." And I told him, "You're gonna work till your ball's gonna hit your ankles, son."
Yeah.
You know? So I can remember coming home from work one day, and the little girl was at the door, and my son had the door open about this big. He's like, "No, no." My mom said, "I can't come outside." I'm like, "I can tell him that." I told him, "Just watch being around there."
Yeah.
And that broke that down.
Yeah.
You know, You have to give them the raw deal. Now, of course, I was their mother. Here's your condoms. Here's your condoms. So eventually it came out. Like, I'm like, what? You're not using the condoms again? You're not using
Yeah.
I was crazy, I know. And my son had to tell me, but Mom, it don't fit. What the fuck are you talking about? He said, no, they don't fit. Oh, like, here's the money. Go get whatever you need. Here.
Yeah.
So you just have to be able to communicate to these kids.
Right.
I could never have raised my boys in the era my mother raised me in. Not that world.
Yeah.
And I know my sons cannot raise my grandkids in the world I raised them in.
Right.
We have to adjust. A lot of people want to keep things the same. And this world is moving too fast. Technology. When I was coming up, the phone was on the wall in the kitchen.
Same. Had a little cordless phone or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cordless phone. But it wasn't a phone in everybody's pocket.
Right.
With, total access to the world in their hand. So you're going to give them the same rules and regs? I don't think so.
But you also just got to deal with a lot of other bullshit too. Just like technology with people and like I have twins. I have a 13-year-old boy and a girl. You know what I'm saying? So I got to worry about.
Oh, absolutely.
Like just perverts and all. And you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there was always pedophiles, but now I feel like it's crazier now. You know?
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's worse now.
Yeah.
Shit. And I grew up in Southside Jamaica, Queens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a community. And the one thing that I always noticed they did, especially when I came out of being, I was a housewife at one time, and I had to go back into the workforce.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood, it was people that looked like me, the same skin color.
Right.
Then you started seeing, of different races. And thank goodness that I was in school at the time, getting that bachelor's. And one of the professors says, you need to see how many sex offenders is in your area. Right. Then it dawned on me, they let them loose in our areas. That's what they did over there.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait a minute. And it wasn't like a family was just single. Like,
yeah. Just sprinkled everywhere.
I went and looked, and honey.
Yeah, they got apps now, and I be looking. I'm just like, wow, like these niggas be every it's in the area.
It's a trend, and it's more open.
Yeah,
it's more open. We have to, and it don't matter, boy or girl, honey.
Oh yeah, nah.
These fuckers don't care.
Yeah.
They have a preference. This one got a preference. They got a catalog preference over here in the catalog. Oh, fuck. That's where we have to be careful with our children. I remember you didn't take your eyes off of your children when I was
right.
No, we didn't put them on a leash. But you didn't take your eyes off them. Normally, I wear glasses. I had all 4 of them shits on them.
Yeah.
I couldn't explain that to my mother. Wait, I'm watching my damn grandson. I'm dead. No. So it's a lot to do with children having children.
Right. So I guess we're a little bit above an hour.
What? I couldn't see that.
Yeah, we're at an hour. See, we're at an hour. You talk about can't do more than 20 minutes.
I'm by myself, but definitely.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Do you have any last words? And I guess tell people where they can find you.
Hey, you can find me in it at the point is go hard or go home. Also, you can find me under Nette Klein. And me, I'll talk about anything.
Yeah. And
Anything.
what day did you do?
I'm on Thursday, 7:30 for now. I'm thinking about changing that time.
Yo, I'm actually thinking about just doing 1 day a week too. Sometimes I don't know.
Because takes it takes
Yeah,
to put this together. Thank goodness I know some people that I'm getting ready to do interviews with, and it's a couple of topics. You got to keep going with these topics and
yeah.
try to do that's why I just do once a week. I just dedicate whatever that subject is going to be about. If I'm bringing somebody on, concentrate on that. Yeah, once a week.
What's up?
It's more than enough for me. But
Yeah,
once in a while, I will drop in and, hey, you know what I was thinking? Da, 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 da.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you.
But it was great.
Yes, I mean, I had a real good time. It was finally great. This is what I guess my second time seeing you. I guess really first time talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
I watch your podcast, man.
Thank you. I watch yours too, so I really appreciate it. And it's good
Yeah.
just to see motherfuckers you coming up with. I didn't mean to call you motherfucker because
But you know what? Like I said, I learned from you.
Thank you.
I'm like, wait a minute, I need that. Oh my God. And it also keeps it flowing.
Yeah.
When you having that guest, and especially with these people that not used to being on and
Yeah.
stuff like that, you really have to and the way I'm doing it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I got a nice one coming up the end of this month. A friend of mine went to Kenya.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's dope. I got Nikki. You know Nikki, right?
Yeah.
I got her on next week.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think next Thursday.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so that should be good.
I gotta check that one out.
Yeah.
But like I said, people just be true to thyself.
Yes.
Reach for the universe.
I like that. Reach for the universe.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, this is great.
Appreciate
I'll talk to you soon.
Later.
Bye. Another great episode. Shout out to Miss Nette. Thank you for everybody for watching. I am going to take my black ass to the kitchen, eat something, maybe do a dish or two, and I'm going to bed. Moke friends. I'm out, man. Catch me next week. Peace.